My name is Naheed. I'm from Fairfax, Virginia, 25 years old, currently a college student, studying computer science, finishing up soon. My life before coming to All In Solutions I was very lost. I had no direction, no purpose, didn't know what I wanted for myself in life. I was very weak mentally, victim's mentality, thinking the world owed me something entitled. I'm grateful as well. Took advantage of people, manipulated situations that worked for me. I just wasn't a good person before I got to All In Solutions. I think I realized I had a problem when COVID hit. Before I would drink a lot. Alcohol is my drug of choice. I would drink a lot on weekends at bars, and at that time it was more social, consistently socially drinking, binge drinking socially, and that in my head that didn't seem like an issue because it's kind of the lifestyle or culture it comes with. But when COVID hit, I was drinking a lot during the pandemic, and that's when I knew like I must have a problem, because even though I wasn't going out to bars or anything like that, I was still ramping up the tolerance and consumption. So funny enough, my mother called me and recommended treatment over winter break at school. I had just gotten back from Thanksgiving break and I was kind of acting out, misbehaving, being very rude, whatever. And my mom recommended that I go to a treatment center over the Christmas break, take a semester off, and just kind of figure things out for a month. And I was like, you know what? I need that. I need a nice little reset, some me time, figure out what I want to do, because my life just kept spiraling and spiraling. I had no intention of stopping, really. And that was when my mom made the call, and I told her I'm open to doing it. That's really all it was for me. I was just open. I needed a place to kind of get away for a bit anyway, so it just kind of worked out. I was definitely skeptical. I never understood what recovery truly meant. I had my own ignorant understanding of it, and recovery in my head meant just I can't drink anymore. And when I went to Alcoholics Anonymous meetings prior to coming down to Florida, I just got a vibe from people who used to drink alcohol, who were sober, and they would just kind of go on this tangent on like, oh, alcohol ruined me and I'm miserable, and that's truly what I thought recovery was. So I didn't want that life. I'd rather be happy drunk than be miserable, sober. That's how I saw it. So I was skeptical based on my experiences. All In Solutions, I got so much love for this place, man. So much love. The first day I got here, though, I actually was really uncomfortable. I had just gotten out of detox, and at detox you kind of build like a little family there for a little bit. So when I came to All In, it was a new environment, new people, so I was very uncomfortable and just felt a little off the first few days. But my experience at All In was that's really what set up my foundation to take my life to the next level, really. I started learning about life. I started learning about healthy boundaries, about what's the root issue? What's the root issue to why we do certain things? I think most places focus on the substance itself, and that plays a role, but the true issue is the core root of why you feel the need to escape so much. And that's what All In did for me. It really helped me see what I want for myself, what do I want to be in this world. And that was the biggest thing for me. That's all I really wanted, true freedom to become anybody and be anybody I want to be in this life. And that's what All In pretty much showed me. And they opened up. In order for me to go to where I want to go to, I had to deal with my past, which was something that they emphasized on, that you have to look into yourself and look into what you've been through so you can be released from the bondage and go live your life in sobriety. And that's what All In showed me. They showed me how to be free, how to live, how to do the work that's required to get what you want. And they're transparent. It's not going to be spoon fed to you, but if you're willing to do it, you can get it. So that's what they showed me. I tried to stop drinking before I came to All In. I never really tried to get sober, which I kind of emphasized on earlier. Abstinence it's really hard to do abstinence, but sobriety, you just start to create a life where that the drugs just don't even serve you like the way it used to. They just don't even hit the same, because you have a reason to live now. You have, so it's a very comforting vibe. Very like very homey. Like you kind of go home to where you sleep and you come back to clinical, do your work, kind of like a campus maybe with your little family. Like you eat together, you do emotional work together, and then you have your teachers teaching you group work. So kind of like a school / like campus retreat kind of vibe. And phenomenal. Like they're just so, like, I'm not gonna lie, everybody has their different vibe. So there will be certain staff that certain people click with more than the other. But for the most part, I think every staff member I've met is pretty much genuine. There are definitely some who I vibe with more than someone else, but if you sum it all up, everyone's pretty cool, really. Like they just want the best for you, and everyone has their approach on how they deliver it. But I mean, I really had no issues with no staff members. They're really nice people and very, really genuine. I would tell them if they want to live a life beyond their wildest dreams, like come to All In, like for real. If you want to live life, not abstinence, sobriety. I think there's a true difference between that. Just to dive deep, abstinence is when you do the same things you were doing before, but the substance is removed. Sobriety is your thought processes are changing, how you live is different, how you think is different, how you interact is different, how you respond to situations is different. Everything about you is different. That's what All In taught me, and that's what they'll teach you if you're willing to receive the knowledge they're giving you. I think anyone who's closed-minded and defensive may have a hard time here, because sometimes the truth stings. Like it's a tough pill to swallow sometimes. If you're defensive, you're not willing to at least try to receive what they're telling you, then you're not gonna make it. That's not even an All In issue. That's an anywhere issue. If you can't receive it, there's really nothing much anyone can do for you, honestly. Like I'm not weak mentally anymore. I'm not a victim. I just try to control what I can control and respond, and just worry about how I respond and how I react, not what the other person did. Like I take full responsibility for my life. Anything I can do to change what I've done, I will try to fix it. If I need to make amends on my mistake, I do that. Like just full responsibility for my life, and that just gives me a certain confidence and freedom that I've never had in my life. I don't rely on people to save me. I don't rely on people to make me happy, to love me. Like I take control and take responsibility for it. And if all those things come with it, that's a bonus. But I don't depend on it. That's the biggest difference for me.